Welcome back to part 2 for the semifinals of the 2007 VC Student Poker Championships. Let's get right back into the action.
Let's, Kara Scott. Here is the action. 5 players remain at our featured table. And you can see the other 5 on our unfeatured table in the background. So 2 need to fall before we can get to our 8 finalists. Andrew, who's been terminating players all day, sitting on a big chip stack. Looking very pleased with himself. Fair enough, isn't it? I had a big chip stack once, I look pleased with myself. Brendan raises up with the Jack-10 of hearts. And we'll take down the blinds, which are pretty valuable at the moment. Brendan looking over slightly enviously at Andrew's stack. Remember, theft is not an option.
That's the kind of thing I look for when I'm playing that. You put them directly down with your cards.
So we can now see your cards when you look at them.
700.
Blinds are up now, 350, 700. And we're playing some short-handed poker, so expect some aggression and some moves from these boys.
Fold, fold, fold.
Or a lot of folding, one of the two.
2,000 total.
2,000 in total to play.
Gerard raises from the small blind. Putting the pressure on quite rightly. Jack-9's probably better than 2 random cards anyway. Bluffing with the best hand, and he'll take that one. Yeah, you can't negotiate the price of the small blind. Be good if you could, though slightly more clunky as a game mechanism. Lots of aces out in this one. Very strong hands for a 5-handed deal. Let's see if we get any action.
Keep going. It needs to be 7.
Now, Brendan still wants to play for less than the rules stipulate. And the next thing that will happen is that he will actually be made to do a forfeit.
2,500.
He's been made aware of that and he's put the proper price in. Gerard raises from the button with the King-10. And he may not like the answer he gets here because Brendan's got a very strong hand for this spot.
All in.
See, all that haggling, he was going to put them all in anyway.
8, 9, 9,500.
It's a big raise, and Gerard does the right thing. Might have been tempted there, might have thought Brendan was putting a move on him, but King-10's not strong enough to call for that much. Brendan adds to his stack. Table sloping a little bit leftward here. Brendan and Andrew accumulating chips down the far end. Or near end. Depends where you are. Poker table doesn't have ends, Nick. It's oval. He's talking about. Jack-9 for Oliver in the big blind. Andrew maintains the aggression we've seen from him today.
22.
And it's good enough. Well, it does look like he's the comfortable chip leader. And on the short stack, might have been tempted to stick it in there with Jack-9, blind versus blind. At some point you've got to take a stand. Pass round to Oliver. A lot of blind versus blind confrontations. Not surprising, of course, 5-handed. And Oliver and Alex, neither of them with a surfeit of chips. I wonder if Alex wants to make a stand. I wonder if he can see his cards with that fringe.
And cool.
Probably thinks he's got aces. One of the benefits of non-hair cutting as a plan.
Queen. 10.
Well, he's just called,
10.
and that flop doesn't help anybody particularly.
Checks.
Oliver does the check, then look at his opponent. Quick tip, if somebody ever checks, then looks at you, they've got nothing.
2,000.
You can probably hear the rumbling of trains. That's live and real, folks. Loose Cannon Car Club, if you've ever been, actually is under Cannon Street Station. When the trains stop, you know that the night's getting late, and it's time to play another 4 to 6 hours. Oliver doesn't have much of a decision here. Alex made a good read. Nice play by the floppy-haired youth. He takes that one down. I was a floppy-haired youth once. When I was about 4, and then obviously I got my side parting. Started taking life a bit more seriously.